Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. On this channel I speak about perfumes. I speak a lot about new releases, so if this is something that you're interested in, then please subscribe. And today I'm gonna talk about the new releases that I have smelled recently and that I have in my collection now. And I want to start with Afternoon Delight. This has been like a very controversial scent, and I understand why. It's been marketed as a very kind of like cookie Madeleine type of scent, and this would everybody was expecting, but however it's kind of far from what the marketing was saying. It's a very milky and lactonic perfume. It doesn't smell very gourmand and cookie like to me. It actually doesn't smell like cookies at all. It mostly, like I said, smells very milky and lactonic. It also smells like kind of musky and powdery, you know, like I like it, but it's not what I expected, but I will still be keeping it. And I think that if you like Celine fragrances, for example like Dance Paris or Black Tie or the new one Zuzu, then you might like this one because it has the same type of DNA in my opinion. So if you like one, then give another one a shot. And the next perfume is also very controversial, and it's Burberry Goddess Intense. And I had very high expectations for it because I, as many people, also love the original, and the Intense I thought it's gonna be like more vanilla, you know, just very like kind of nice and boozy. And this is like also very far from what I expected. So to me it opens up super medicinal, like a cough syrup, and I heard people say it over and over again that it smells very medicinal, and I agree with them completely. Like it's just not like I cannot get past the opening. As it dries down it gets better, the more vanilla comes out, you know, and kind of like smooth it out, like the fragrance becomes more smooth, and I can smell like the original DNA in it, and it's kind of becomes like more sparkly, you know, and closer to the original. But I still don't like it enough to keep it, so I will be returning it unfortunately, because like I just have no space in my collection for something that I don't completely love, and there's no point. I really hate the opening. I cannot get past that, like I said. So yes, if like give this one a shot, just don't blind buy it. I really don't suggest it. Try it out in the store, maybe get a travel size, you know, but this is like not a safe blind buy, so be aware. And the next fragrance I actually had zero expectations about. Like I was like, okay, let's try it, but I don't expect anything crazy out of it, and I was really wrong. Like I love this scent. It easily can be someone's signature scent. I can see it working all year round. I wore it in pretty hot weather and it didn't choke me, you know, and I imagine in the winter it's actually going to be even better. So maybe like spring and fall would be the best seasons for it, because it's just so addictive. Like it has the note of spun sugar and musk and sandalwood and like cherry, and it's all blended in so well together. Like I cannot really pinpoint what I smell. Like, you know, if I give it like a whiff, I'm trying to understand what I'm smelling, but it's also blended in so well, so I can't really tell you, which is like a good sign. You know, you don't want to smell like only one certain note out of all the others. You just want to smell like a combination of it, and this is what it is. So if you love like warm kind of like floral gourmands, then you will like it. The next one is Libre Flowers&Flames, and I also like I was not sure what to expect from the scent, because I do love the original Libre, and I have the original Libre Eau de Toilette, and also have the Libre Intense, and I do love them and wear them. And this one sounded like it's gonna be the summer version of Libre, but I don't think that it is. I mean, it kind of is, and let me tell you, if you already have the original Libre, this is too similar for, like, it's too redundant, at least in my collection, to have both, because they smell so similar. And like if you don't have a very well trained nose, then you might not pick up the difference. Like I barely pick up the difference. I can tell that this one has coconut, and it's more like creamy and smooth, like it's more kind of well-rounded fragrance, versus like the original has more lavender and it has like more of a punch, you know, it's very like boss-like fragrance. This one is kind of more feminine and more easygoing, but it's just not different enough to have both, at least for me. So if you don't have the original Libre yet, then give this one a shot. I think this one is better than the original. But if you already do have the Libre and you're not like the biggest fan of Libre line that you need to have all of them, then like I really don't see a point, you know, to have both. But this is a really good scent, and like I said, it's like kind of like a softer version of the original Libre. So if this is something that you're into, then give this one a shot. The next one is Devotion Intense, and I was super excited about the scent because I do love the original. I love lemony type of gourmands, I love like orangey gourmands, and I was super like I was waiting for it. and then I smelled it at Sephora first, but they didn't have a travel size, and then I waited until they had a travel size in Sephora and I finally ordered it. So this one is the best flanker that you can think of, because it says what it is. It is Devotion Intense. It's exactly what it is. Like, this is a perfect, I think, execution of flanker. It smells like the original but more intense. So if you love the original, I don't see how you might not like this one. Like, they're very similar, but the opening is different. The opening is, instead of lemon type of opening, instead of lemony zesty opening, you get orange opening, like a very orange flower opening, and I love it more than the original, because the original kind of like, it tends to a little bit like a cleaner for me, like a household product in the beginning, just, you know, like first couple minutes, but then it goes away. And this one completely skips it. It's a lot of like orange blossom in the opening, and then there's a slight like note of nuttiness. It's not a lot at all. It's just in the background, at least in my opinion, because I don't smell a lot of nuts here. I've read reviews that people say, oh, it's too nutty for me. I don't know, I don't smell the nuts, I barely can smell them, so don't be afraid about it. And yeah, I love it, and I'm gonna be keeping it. And so I had this idea about creating a fragrance mood box. It will be like a service where I create boxes for certain moods, like for example a date night mood, like ethereal mood, like work appropriate mood, like boss lady mood, and then I will upload the box and what's inside of it on my website, and you will be able to purchase the box. It will be a box consisting of 5 samples of 1.5 milliliters. So it's gonna be a perfect way for you to try out new scents without searching for them, without like doing research on what date night scents are out there. I will just create it for you, and you will be able to order it if you're interested. So if this is something that you're interested in, please let me know. I'm currently working on the website, and I want to make it available as soon as possible. So, and the next one is Vanilla Bourbon by Nest, and I also was really excited about this scent because it just, you know, it sounds right up my alley. Like, I love scents like that, and it did not disappoint. It's a very sparkly type of vanilla, and it's so easygoing. Like, I can see it being somebody's signature scent. Like, if you're into vanilla, give this one a shot, because honestly it's really hard for me to believe that somebody would like be against this fragrance and not like it. I think it's very inoffensive, very pleasant, very easy to wear. So good signature scent if you're into vanilla. Like, if you like the Kayali latest Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar, then you will like this one. And if you also love their Vanilla 28, then also give this one a shot. It smells like vanilla brown sugar with like a background of jasmine, but it's just so, the jasmine is so insignificant there, then you can barely smell it. So don't be afraid of it if you don't like the jasmine. Give this one a shot. And the next one is Candied Lychee by the Seven Birches. And when I saw they're coming out with this scent, I was really excited because I do love this brand and I love lychee scents. And also there's like jelly bean, and I thought, okay, I'm definitely gonna like it, and I do. It's a very easygoing and like feminine type of scent. It opens up with a burst of juicy lychee, but it's kind of tart, and you know, it's fruity, but at the same time it's balanced out. It's not like, the lychee is not overpowering the scent. There's everything, you know, everything kind of in balance, and I love it a lot. I think it's my favorite lychee scent. Like, I even like it more than Manakara. Manakara is more like candied, sugary type of lychee, and it's very sweet. Which this one has some freshness and fruitiness to it, and I think this is a perfect spring scent. I don't really know why they came out with it right now in September when we're going into fall weather, but still, it's still warm in New York, and I'm enjoying the last days I will be able to wear it before the fall comes in. And the next scent is Found in Light by Carousel, and I have kind of weird relationships with this brand because I do love the idea of their scents, and I do love how their scents smell, but I don't want to smell like that, you know. Like, you love the idea of something and you want to smell it somewhere else, maybe like a lobby smell, or maybe like a smell from somebody else, but they are too intense for me, and I don't find them very wearable. So this one is not an exception. Found in Light is very much a honey perfume. It's like a honey bomb, you know. Like, it smells like a bowl of cereal. Like, it kind of reminds me of cereal has been covered fully in honey, and so it's very dense, very sweet, and very gourmand smelling, but at the same time it doesn't smell edible, you know. Like, it doesn't smell like, oh, I want to eat it. Like, this is something I don't want to eat, but it smells very sweet and caramelly. So it's very like it's odd smell, you know. It's not unpleasant though. Like I love how it smells, I just don't want to wear it. And I wore it when it was pretty hot. It was back in August, so it was pretty hot, and I was like, okay, this is like choking me, I just can't breathe, like I need to take it out. And I didn't wear it since then, and I want to give it one more try in the colder weather. Maybe it's gonna open up differently in the colder weather when there's like a cold breeze. So I will update you guys, and let me know what you think. Do you love kerosene fragrances? Do you find them wearable or not? The last fragrance is also from kerosene, but this one is a different story. So this one is Promises, and it's supposed to be like an ambery vanilla, and I think it is an ambery vanilla. No surprise. Like, it smells very interesting. I do love it, and I think this one I find the most wearable out of all the kerosene fragrances that I tried. But you have to love amber to like how this one smells. So upon the opening, I smell a lot of amber, and it smells very intense, and I also smell some kind of vintagey smell. So it smells like an old kind of vintage shop, like some kind of old smell that you feel when you come into like a store with woods, you know, and old things. So basically, you know what I mean, and it reminds me of that. And as the time goes by and the fragrance dries down, it becomes more vanillic, but at the same time the amber is still there, very prominent. And also I smell some incense. So if you're into darker type of vanillas, if you're into vintage and kind of old, like, you know, old antique shop smells, then you might like it. I think this is not a safe blind buy, and you need to try it first, because this is not a very typical type of vanilla, and I think not everybody will like it. But if you like this type of scent, then give this one a shot, because it's very pleasant. So as you can tell, we had some fails and some hits. We have some new favorites from the new releases, and I'm really happy that I got to try all these fragrances and discuss them with you. So please let me know in the comments what were your new favorites from the new releases, what fragrances you loved, what fragrances you hated, and just share your opinions in the comments. I'll be waiting, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!